Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for turning in the show or checking out the show. This is a Central Texas Political Update. It's a monthly podcast about the events that's going on in McLennan County. Too often we don't know what all is going on, one way or another, on Republicans or Democrats, or even who to vote for, what to vote for, or how to find out what to vote for. Well, on March 3rd, we had a primary election. And of course, I'm not going to get into all the numbers or who won, who didn't, or whatever. But one thing I think might be important for everyone to know is we did have some runoffs, or will have some runoffs. We'll have some races that people will have to, if they want to give their opinion on who they'd like to represent, Republicans or Democrats, are going to have to vote again. Because that candidate, there might have been 3 or more candidates in that race, and they didn't get 50%. So, just to give you a little update, May 26th is the runoff date of the election. We have several on both sides. The state Republican, the Republican Party U.S. Senate race is going to a runoff. The state Attorney General's race is going to a runoff. There's also, on the Democratic side, the U.S. District 17 is going to a runoff, and the Justice of the Peace Precinct 5. Now I'll have more information on that as we get closer to it. But I just want you to know about those important dates because that's coming up. We'll have a podcast once a month. So, before that comes up, maybe we can get some interviews with some of those candidates and we can talk about why you might want to vote for one or the other. Now, there's a lot of other important events besides that election that I want you to know about. Monday, March 16th, we're having the precinct convention for the Republican Party of McLennan County. Now, some people say, well, what is that? There is 95 precincts for both sides, Democrats or Republicans, for each one of the parties. I'm a chairman-elect for one of them, Precinct 11. Now, each precinct is broke out to 5,000 people. What these chairmen or these conventions are set up for is to try to be a local connections or as local as we can get to the voters of your party. Now, this convention is pretty important from the standpoint of we're going to be writing these resolutions, and I've got some here that we're going to try to amend our party's platform on some of these issues. Now, in my situation, I have several of these. If they don't get accepted by the Republican Party, I'll still be going to the state rep and the state senate and talking to as many people as we can to try to get these things passed. I think these are important issues. But my point is it'd be nice to get citizens show up at these precinct conventions. Now, you might say, when, where, what? It's March 16th, this Monday. Doors open at 5:30. The convention starts at 6. It'll probably only go a couple hours. It is located at the cafeteria of the University High School. That's 3201 South New Road in Waco, right close to I-35. Please come out. If nothing else, it's nice to learn about how the soup is made, and help us in any way you can to try to, if you see something a platform might need to be a little different on, maybe we can write up a resolution and figure out a way of doing it. But that's the first event this coming week. We got a lot this month. Thursday, March 19th, we have the Republican Club Luncheon. Now, this is a very fun, interesting luncheon. It's a place where a lot of people get together. It is located at Knox Hall. That's right behind the Texas Rangers Museum. It's located at 100 Texas Ranger Museum. The fee to get in is free to hear the talk and meet the people. But most people, probably 95%, go ahead and buy lunch. And the lunch there is barbecue. And it's $20. Excellent barbecue. Come have lunch with us. If you come to either one of these things, come look me up. I'll try to make sure that you meet everybody I can meet. And in this situation, I'll make sure you won't feel alone. You can sit at my table or close to my table, and we can talk about whatever. The next event after this is even a bigger event. It's on Saturday, March 28th. It's the county convention. It's at the same location as the precinct convention, except this is at the auditorium. The one where it's at the school lunch, the cafeteria, is right as you go in from I-35 in the front. The auditorium is in the back. We get confused with that sometimes, but it's a bigger room, much better for these type of events. This is a very important convention because we will be picking the delegates to go to the state convention in Houston. Now that's on June 11th. We'll have a lot more information later. There again, I'm planning to go to the state convention. If you're interested in going to something like that, please come to this event and become one of the delegates. We're always needing delegates. And, I'd be glad to help you along, shepherd you along, or do whatever we can from that standpoint. More notes here. I got notes everywhere. March 30th, this is the following Monday, we're having a Republican social hour starting at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's at the Blue Dog. It's also called the Blue Pup. I think they got signs on the outside saying both. The best way to know it's right next door to the Salty Dog. I think the same owner owns both places. It's kind of a small, intimate gathering. People meet, get to know each other in the Republican Party, and find out about other important issues. Now, we're going to have another one of these probably early in April. There's a lot going on in April. One, we have another luncheon called MCRW. I'll give you more information about that. They'd love to have you to come. The other thing is on May 2nd, we've got municipal elections coming up. Now, this is a pretty big deal because this is all the school boards and all the city councils elections. These are hard to get people to vote for because they don't know who to vote for. I'm going to try to find some of these people, interview them like I did in the last one, so you can get a little more comfortable with who you want to vote for. I don't have any dogs in any one of these races. These are non-partisan races, which means they technically cannot say if they're Republican or Democrat. I don't like that. I like to change that. I like to make it where you can find out if they're Republican or not. And we're going to work on that. But through these interviews, I think it might help you to know, are these people conservative? Or are they liberal-minded? How do they want to treat the education system or the city council system? Anyway, we're going to work on this. This is going to be a monthly program to add to my other programs, part of the EIP. Some people are asking what's EIP means. Excellence in Podcasting. It kind of goes back to Rush Limbaugh. You see his book over my right shoulder. He had excellence in broadcasting. So, we're trying to play a little nod to the greatest person in radio broadcasting in history. And we're working and we're learning and we're seeing what we can do. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, this is a short one, and we'll do some more in the coming months. And there's something every month that's going to be important for both parties. So anyway, thank you for tuning in.